Okay.
Okay, it's been 11 days, and I've just checked the specific gravity. It is down to 0.992. So that's within the range to now do this stabilization and clarification. The directions then call for taking the potassium metabisulfate and the sorbate, dissolving them in a little bit of water, and putting it into the carbolate. One of the problems I've had over the years is it tends to foam up. So be ready with paper towels at hand, just in case, especially once you start stirring it. Now, to stir it, there are two different methods that you could, tools that you could use. Use a paddle stirrer like this, or this tripod type of arrangement. I've liked this because it seems to get more of the gas out. Let me sanitize it here first. And you have to stir it for several minutes. Best is to use a cordless drill. Just slip it over the end. Come on. There. There's one. And stir it up. You want to stir all the yeast and sediment from the bottom, because that's what binds with some of the chemicals to degas and stabilize. Sometimes if you put it on too high, it really starts foaming, so be careful. I typically run it for a little bit, stop, and then start it up again and keep degassing like that. You can see how all the foam is coming up here, the gas bubbles that are in suspension. And if it's full, often they'll be coming out. Depends on the kit, the kind of wine, and how hard you stir it. One of the things I try and not do is add air as I'm stirring. So I keep the ends of it deeper into the wine so it's not adding air as it's stirred. If you do it by hand, it's obviously takes a lot longer to degas. and you can see lots of foam in there. The next thing to add is Cheeto-san. Now, some of these are derived from shellfish. So if you have an allergy to shellfish, you need to be careful. Often in the kits, they'll have 2 liquids. And this one just had 1. Sometimes it's Keelisol and Cheeto-san, so just cut the end off and try not to make a mess. And then I have to stir it again for another few minutes. Settle for a few seconds. If you're doing a white wine, it'll look very cloudy, as you can see in this one here, until you've gone through the clarification process. Okay, that should be sufficient. I've found that with the kits, you end up with a lot of residual suspended carbon dioxide, the gas bubbles. At a later video, you'll see something else I do to help remove some of those bubbles. But for now, we'll see you in 8 days. I will put the airlock back on. Try not to make too much of a mess here. And there we go.